Welcome to All Wave Consider. I'm your host, Javi.
And I'm your host, Julius Spicciani. Javi, can you tell me how you got into surfing?
I got here back in 2000 because of work. I moved to Costa Rica, but it would be the same if somebody offered me put a laundry service in Canada or a library in Mexico or whatever, but it was just a hotel in Costa Rica. So now I surf. When I got here, I didn't know anything about surfing. So my first time at the beach, it was weird to me because I saw more people in the water than outside the water at the beach. It didn't call my attention right away. It took me a few weeks to say, I might give it a try. I always was trying to fishing or swimming. I didn't expect it to become a surfer or ride the waves, which I think is different. Yeah, the water here is so warm, so inviting all the time. It's just, you have to go.
Javi, tell me about your first memory surfing.
The first time that I even tried, I stand up and I ride it all the way till the fins touch the sand. But then, every day, for like 2 weeks, hour and a half, 2 hours in the morning, in the evening, second session, struggling in the white water, very frustrated, fighting with the white water and there. So I stand up my first wave, but then it got really frustrated. It wasn't easy for me passing the lineup and sit and trying to catch the first real wave. So it wasn't easy. But I took it like a sport exercise activity, and I went. And this beach particularly is not that easy. You have to dog dive many waves. The lineup is not that close. But I learned to recognize when El Carmen, the name of the beach, we say that the Carmen is a beach because sometimes doesn't let you get in. It doesn't it doesn't expel me anymore. So every time that I go, and I have my own record here. One time around pandemia, I duck dive 56 waves just to get to the lineup and start to surf. I took it like a training day. I didn't care. I was just paddling and paddling with no timing, and I got just beat up by set after set and everything. And then I made it through, sit at the lineup, and I waited. I recovered for like 20 minutes, and then I had my good session. It was all good.
Javi, everywhere I've gone, everyone seems to know you, seems to like you. Everyone has a good story about you. How did that come to be?
Yeah, everybody knows me here because we had our first bar here, the only bar. If you want to drink a cold beer, the only place to go was Tropicana. The only place to go was across the street of the pizzeria now at the crossroad. It was amazing business. We had it for only 1 year because it was too much. It was running a bar is not easy. It was a great experience, and it was a great for money, but insane. So we did it only 1 year, and then we didn't renew the contract. We put our focus in the hotel. That was our goal, our main project. So that's what we did. Because I basically surf all the time on the same spot, always the same people. We call it the senior section now, the senior sector now, so all the over 40, over 50s now.
Javi, can you tell me about what has changed since you've been here?
The town is basically the same, just busier with way more constructions. It used to be just fields, nothing, a cow, nothing. An iguana, nothing, a horse. But now it's buildings all the time. You hear construction sounds, and it's all good. We always knew that. I didn't know how it's going to grow, but we always knew that it's going to grow. I'm fine with that.
What were things like in the early days when you just got here?
It was hard at the beginning. I understand that people from the old days, 20 years ago or so, they loved how things were, but we got nothing, man. It was hard. You needed an aspirin or buy nails. You have to drive to Cobano. Now you put your headphones, it's asphalt. I got my motorcycle and I get there in 20 minutes, listen Spotify or whatever. But back then you need to make a plan. You needed to cross rivers. It was not easy to get there. You get there, you say, okay, I need these nails, this size. No, we have these ones. No, but I need these ones next week. So that was in the old days. So it wasn't easy. No doctors, nothing, no lawyers, no bank, everything that you need. You have to make it yourself. You have no internet. So now you can ask for tutorials to learn to do stuff. Back then, it was nothing, man. It was hard. It was beautiful, but not easy.
Javi, can you tell me about your perfect surf conditions?
Favorite surf session is head-high waves, just in front of my place, surfing there, watching my property from the lineup, surfing with my friends. Easy, nice, very consistent. Classic wave here in dry season. This is Disneyland for surfers. This is fantastic. So every good day in dry season, from December, January, February, March, April, it's awesome here. I love it. And it's glass in the mornings, always smiles in the water. It's like surfing in the 60s, you know, with your buddies here. Everybody cheer you up for the wave. There is not people trying to steal your waves. Everybody's friendly. Love it. So, yeah, I'm looking for my best session tomorrow morning.
Javi, can you tell me more about the seasonal conditions here?
The sky, the conditions are, in dry season, they're very similar. So for surfing, it's exactly the same. And now we start to have the rainy season, when the transition. And then the rainy season, we start to get more southwest swells and start to get bigger. And it's not that consistent. So you need to take a look to see how it looks. If it's good, you go. If not, you wait. And that's why it's so great having this location, because you take a look and say, oh, maybe in 30 minutes I take a look again. If it's good, I go. You know, you can do another things and be checking. I live with one eye on the ocean, checking the lineup, you know, and the another doing whatever I have to do, my duties, my errands, whatever.
Javi, someone was telling me that people thought you were crazy when you got your property on the hill. Can you tell me more about that?
It was nothing here, and just 3 terraces in the middle of the hill. Then you spot them when you're on the lineup. And it was nothing, and just 3-4 terraces on the hillside. Yeah, people, we were surfing, people point at there and say, Javi, are you going to put the restaurant there? Over there? Because even Super Ronnie was far already. And we were so clever, we bought the property with no access. So we have to make the road. That's why the name of the road is Buenos Aires. That's our legacy to town. And now it's public and continue over a mile above us. So we have more than 50, 60 neighbors. The location became very strategic for surfing because we have an amazing view, still walking distance to the point. Yeah, this is just perfect.
The hotel's view of the ocean is probably one of the best in town. You were telling me that you help other people with surf conditions. Can you tell me about that?
Over about 2 years ago, year and a half ago, I started to send a quick report early in the morning through WhatsApp to a friend of mine because she lives in a place and she doesn't have the view. And she wanted to know if she hurry or not, or which board she want to take, or she surf here or surf in another beach. So every day I was sending a short video. And at the beginning, she started to share with a couple more friends. And now she has a group calling Waves or whatever for over 70, 80 people there. And there are people who I don't even know who they are, you know. And the greatest thing about this is I'm not in that group. Yeah. So nobody bothers me. I still send the message to her, you know, the short videos about a minute, talking about just a description, show how is the break, the lineup over there, when it's low tide, if it's better in one place or another, one section or another, you know, and nothing. It's just definition, how the waves looks, and if we should go or we should wait a little, and that's it. But I found out that it's very, very appreciate. So I have people, friend of mine, on that group, and they live also in the end of Pais or even out of town. And they check, and it's very useful for them. Funny, sometimes I'm at the lineup talking with somebody, and another surfer, girl, guy, whatever, is just paddle next to me, hear me, and they say, "Hola rubia," which is, "Hey blondie," my expression when I send the video to her. So they say, "Hey rubio," you know, or a blondie, and so I know they were listening to me. They were listen up to me, you know. So it's fine. I love to give this report every day until the lineup get too busy. Yeah. If it's too busy, I start to serve shitty audio, shitty videos, you know, start to lie, sending people different beaches or whatever. We'll see. But so far, it's working to all of us.
My favorite thing about and Teresa Carmen hasn't been the waves, hasn't really been the location. It's really been the amazing people that we've met, and many of them have been through the hotel. And I feel like the environment around the hotel, much of which I think comes from the environment that you've created, being a beautiful host, you and Flo, and also the amount of repeat clients you get, kind of makes the hotel feel like a tight community. Can you tell me about that and what that's been like?
We have many guests. They're coming back, or they're coming by reference. They're recommended by a friend. We're trying to be very present for our guests. The best experience, not only surfing, not only surfers. It used to be just surfers here, but now it's people who travel around Costa Rica. When they go to, to the volcano, they check the volcano. When they go to the hot springs, they check the hot springs. And when they came to Santa Teresa or Pais, they surf. Take lessons or rent a board and they go. We met friends since then we don't even have the hotel, and they still come in. We still have a good relationship. Guys from Florida, guys from Utah, guys from California, who I consider friends now, right? And they still come in 1, 2, 3 times per year. Some of them, they move here, they live here already. We keep pretty much daily contact on WhatsApp groups, that's very nice. I visit them a couple of times. Yes, in Florida, in California, and awesome friendship. I really like it. And actually, I made few more, but they're from Germany or another places, and it's not much as a surf destination. When I don't actually consider Florida as a surf destination either, but you understand, okay, yeah. The funny thing is, talking about these friends, now they start to show up with teenagers, kids. They all start to have, not all, but some of them, they start to have kids. Last year in November, December, we had the son of a friend of us, 18 already, finishing the school and taking a sabbatic year. So we had it for like 2 months with us. So the second generation is coming, It's great. Now in June, July and August, I have another kid coming. We see, I'm going to put it to work. Yes, great. I have my niece here now. She's she's a little bit older, or not older, but she's in the latest 20s for first time too. And we love having friends and family visiting.
Javi, can you tell me where you see yourself in a decade or something like that? What do you think your future looks like?
I don't see my future in. I say I'm turning 53 soon, in a couple of months, and I don't know. I don't think in me as in the next more than 20 years. I'm just thinking the next 5, 10 maybe. Probably I don't have a better plan than this. So probably not no earlier than 5 years, but probably we end in selling part of this property because it's a big property with a lot of maintenance, and we're getting older with less energy. We can get good money for it, so we can develop the rest of the property in the future, adapting to whatever the town needs or become. But I don't have plans to travel or buying things. This is pretty good, man. My goal is not to do, maybe is last. Not to do, but last long. Yeah, that's exact endurance. Thank you for watching. Always consider. I'm being your host, Javi. I hope then you enjoyed this talk. I also hope then I didn't boring you. If you want to come to Costa Rica, check Pais and Santa Teresa. It's an awesome place.